Hi guys, welcome. So I wanted to start my weekly vlog on a Monday, but okay, so I have a bunch of books from the library that why do we always do this? Let's not start a new trend where every video I make I've got like severely overdue library books, because I feel like next time I walk into the library they're gonna be like, get out. Okay, so I have a bunch of books that I got from the library that I need to give back so that we don't run into that issue from my last vlog where I owed the library like $77 and they labeled me as a criminal and said that I'd stolen four of their books and they were gonna make me pay $70. I got out of the fine, thank you, but I don't know if I keep doing it like every week. I've also got another book that I stole it off my brother. He's away on holidays right now, and there's this book that I've always wanted to read, and he's like, no, because then you won't give it back, which honestly, given my track record, fair. Anyway, so like I've borrowed it off him. We need to read it and return it and put it back before he notices, and I don't even think he watches my channels. Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. I just started reading this and I'm like one chapter in. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm kind of confused. Is Piranesi supposed to be a human, or is Piranesi supposed to be this goat on the cover? This one is severely overdue, so this one needs to be finished like today. Ring Shout. I found this on Goodreads a while ago and I added it to my like want to read. So when I saw it in real life in the library, I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna grab that. Okay, and then the last one I have is Gloria O'Brien's History of the Future. When I first started watching book videos and stuff and started posting, this was when I was like 15, 14. A.S. King was having her moment in the sun. I always wanted to read something by her and I haven't gotten around to it. So yeah, we're gonna remedy that this week and I'm gonna read this one. And then the last book that I have from the library, this one again, I walked in to return books and I was like, don't pick up anything else, Lily. And I saw this on their main display and I was like, oh, I need that. The 7-Day Sleep Prescription. I read Why We Sleep by Matthew something. So good. Everyone should read that book. So good. It's very information dense. I'm pretty sure this is like less of a book designed to like show you the science and scare you and explain what sleep does, and it's more of like a how to get you into a better sleep cycle, which, oh my god, I need that. So this sounds really good and it's pretty short, and yeah. Hey, okay, so we are on page 130 of Piranesi. I'm starting to really like it now because I was really confused when I started reading this. It's been quite a while since I've read a fantasy book. I think I'm just not used to having to like use my brain. No, you know what I mean? Like I'm not used to having to picture imaginary shit. I spent the first 100 pages thinking Piranesi was this goat on the cover. I thought he was a half goat man. And then on page 100 he was like, we're the only two humans here. And I was like, excuse me? I didn't know what this book was about before I went into it, and I think maybe that didn't help me. It's a book that follows Piranesi, our main character, and he's living in like a labyrinth, but it's set up like a house. So he's like, oh, we're in like the third wing of the house or whatever. I don't know, the way he describes where he is very confusing. He's like, oh, the 192nd Western Hall. What do you mean 192nd Western Hall? Like how big is this place? Like when I think labyrinth, I think tunnel system underground. I don't know if that's actually what a labyrinth is. I'm sure labyrinth honestly is a very broad term to describe any system of like tunnels, mazes, or some kind of like system or network that's very confusing and like disorientating. But in my head, I'm like labyrinth equals underground tunnels. Anyway, so he's clearly in a labyrinth, okay? We've established that. And so there's Piranesi and then there's one other guy who he calls the other. Basically figured out that there are 13 other people that have been in this maze or whatever that are dead now. Since the world began, it is certain that there have existed 15 people, possibly more. He's only going off the evidence that he's found, which is like living in this maze. He's got no idea of a world outside of the labyrinth, right? So in his reality, there's 15 people that have ever existed, and the 13 dead people that he knows of, himself, and then the other. He's trying to get Piranesi to navigate the maze and find something, because when people stay in this maze too long, they start to lose their mind. The other can't handle being in the maze for too long, but something about Piranesi, he's able to withstand being in the labyrinth without it turning his mind to like mush. And so I thought Piranesi was like a satyr that lived in the labyrinth, and the other has like befriended him and started like manipulating him into being his little henchman that goes off and finds out information for him. And then one day they're like, oh my god, there's a 16th person. The other guy starts warning Piranesi of like, oh my god, if you run into this number 16, don't speak to him. Don't go anywhere near him. Like evil, he's gonna try to turn you against me. He's gonna blah, blah, blah. And so I'm reading all of this thinking, clearly the other is the evil guy. And he's like trying to manipulate and gaslight the shit out of Piranesi. Number 16 enters the maze. He sounds like a normal level-headed guy. He says a couple things that make you think like, okay, the other is evil as fuck. And then as things go on and you find out other things. And so now I'm thinking like, okay, I don't trust the other still. He seems sketchy, but I don't trust the new guy either. What the fuck is going on? Who is evil in this situation? Are all the people evil? Who was Piranesi before the maze? So lots of questions, minimal answers, lots to be revealed. So yeah, love that. We're here for the vibes.
Verso nord, quindi, si apre il parco della Tebaide. Si tratta di un altro enorme...
Area contributes 5.153 metres, so through the loading code, let the dot apply 1.5, so you can calculate.
So, finished Piranesi. Whew. I actually love this book. You know what? 5 stars. 5 stars for Piranesi. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this in my last clip or not, but I got my seconds pierced. They have to heal. They take like 6 to 8 weeks to heal. You have to spray them with this fucking spray like every day. And I've actually been really good. Whenever I get piercings, because I know I've only got like 2 at the moment, but these ones, my firsts, I got them done when I was 12. Like I did the whole 6 weeks of like spraying them morning and night, turning them morning and night, washing them, everything that you're meant to do. Never got infected. On the 6-week mark, when I was allowed to take them out and change them, I literally remember it. It was my 10th birthday and me and my friends were going to see Coraline at the movies. Any of you Aussies, do you remember, what was the shop called? I'm literally Googling it right now trying to find this. Diva jewelry shop. Bitch, can I just say, if you were a tween in like 2010, Diva and Supre, they used to sell these like earrings that were like buttons, like black buttons. So I was like, off, yeah, fuck yeah. 10th birthday, it is the week that I can change the earrings. We're gonna go see Coraline. Like I was ready. Anyway, it was like the best night ever. And then we had a sleepover party. Yeah, I took them out. They grew over just a little bit overnight. I was too much of a pussy to fucking just like shove the earring through and like break whatever skin grew overnight. So I let them grow over. I was devastated. I was devastated. 12-year-old me. Oh no, maybe I was 12. I think it was maybe my 12th birthday actually, not 10, whatever. So I was like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm not piercing my ears again. And then I waited like literally 10 years. I didn't pierce them again until I was 20. Me on my 20th birthday, re-piercing my ears because I was like, I'm an adult now, like it's time. So yeah, I was like, cool, I want to get seconds pierced. And I think I'm also gonna do some of the ones up here. Yeah, that's my exciting life update. So anyway, I finished Piranesi. I obviously don't want to talk like too in-depth about it because I don't want to spoil the book for people that haven't read it yet. Look, the story was great. I actually loved it. It was really beautiful. The plot was pretty predictable. Like I feel like instantly I knew who to be wary of. So I would say like almost halfway through the book I had like a theory about what was going to happen and how it was going to end, and yeah, it was pretty much correct. The only thing that I wasn't correct about was number 16 ended up being like a different person than to who I thought they were going to refer to. I was kind of sad though in the end because I wanted him to like, okay, mini spoiler section, it's going to be like half spoilery. So just mute the video until I put the book down or just like skip ahead. If you're on your phone, just like double tap. Pretty much, I was sad that he didn't like regain his memory and slot back into his previous life afterwards. That his memory was kind of like fucked up forever because of the labyrinth. And that made me just so sad. Like he deserved better. So, but you know what? 5 stars. 5 stars. Amazing. Go read it, everybody. So yeah, that brings us to the next one. This is my next read. I know we've already gone over this at the beginning of the video, what I was going to be reading. My plan was to read all 4 of those books. It's just been a busy ass week. It's been hectic. It's just been a hectic time for me. Anyway, next book I want to read, Ring Shout. This one's like less than 200 pages. On the back it says, P. Daly Clark couldn't write a bad book if he tried. So that gives me massive faith. And yeah, we're gonna go return this before the librarian puts a hit out on me. Okay, hi. So currently reading Ring Shout. The goal is to get this one finished today. It's obviously about the KKK, clearly. Don't really understand this book, if you want me to be real. Feel like it's not completely based in reality. I think this is like, has anyone read The Other Black Girl? And I'm not just saying that because these are 2 books about race, but it's got that kind of vibes where it's like, oh, it's so bad for people that haven't read that book, because how do I explain it? But like, you know how it's like, is this real? But it's not real. And I think it's very clearly supposed to be not real. I think because I like wasn't paying full attention in the beginning or somewhere along the way that I've just missed what was, I think I've missed the point. Now I'm kind of like, what is going on? You know why? Because I just can't focus while I read. I mean, a real issue lately. I don't know if anyone can relate, but like I'll read a whole page and then I'll be like, I was thinking about something else, so I don't even know what happened. And I've been doing that all the time while reading this. I'm sure I'll figure it out in the next like 50 pages. I'll be like, oh, I'm a dumbass. My plan for today is to go to a park because it's really nice outside and just finish this book. Just go sit, just get my bucket hat, sit under a fucking tree. That's my big plan for that. Then I'll start reading Gloria Bryan's History of the Future. Oh, that's cool. First of all, I apologize for the light. The light looks really nice in my room, but because you're like directly under the light shade, it looks like club bathroom lighting vibes. Really sorry about that. Nothing I can do. Well, nothing I'm gonna do about it. It's Monday night. I'm tired as fuck. I just got home from school. Honestly, I didn't do anything yesterday. I went, played golf, got dinner, and then I just went to bed. Just conked out. See ya. Work the next day. Ciao. Didn't read, didn't do my assignment, and then I had basketball. Oh fuck, I've got to do another layer. So I fake tanned one of my arms. Actually, that looks good as. Here's the thing about me. I commit to the bit. I'm like naturally pale, and so as a laugh I was like, oh yeah, I'll come in tanned one day so all of you can see what I look like tanned. No, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna tan like half of my body and then we'll have like the contrast. And I was gonna do my leg, but I'll be wearing long pants, so I need to do another layer. Anyway, so I didn't really read a heap today. So I read to page 74 today. So how many pages is that? I just realized I didn't put any moisturizer on, so this tan is gonna come out fucked. I don't think I'm gonna read anything more tonight. I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'm tired. I gotta wake up early. Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, that's fucking perfect. Do you want to see how my tan came out? You can't really tell, the white balance is off. In person, it's pretty shit. I shouldn't have washed the guide off. That was my mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Anyway, I'm at 7-Eleven. I think I'm gonna get a coffee. Then I'm gonna go to work. Oh yeah, you can tell there. Shit tan job. I brought my book with me. I finished early today, so I'll have a chance then to do something. And I also really need to work on my assignment. No, I'm not even hungry, not even thirsty. Don't even want coffee. What's happening to me?
Who won? Lily.
That's right.
The Arrow. That's your nickname.
Thank you.
Ooh, Tony. Ooh, nice.
I finished Ring Shout. I'm gonna update you with my final thoughts. Okay, so yeah, I was right. I just needed a minute to like fully engage with the story and understand what was happening, but this was good. I gave it 4 stars. So this is a book about the Ku Klux Klan and this group of girls that are hunting them. This is basically like a horror sci-fi novel. So I was right that something seemed amiss. I think that's why I wasn't understanding what was happening, because I did not think, I thought this was a historical fiction. Because I knew it was set in like 1915. In my brain, I was like, okay, cool, historical fiction, let's go. Well, no, not exactly. Side note, I really am a fan of the cover art. Very on par for the story. I think there's like these alternate covers as well, which all look cool, but this one, I think, you know, I think it's the mouth eyeballs that really tie it together. I think they're the real showstopper. So the plot of the book, basically, it's like when you watch the movie Birth of a Nation, I think it only works on white people, infects them and it turns them into a Ku Klux. That then turns them into these like out of control monsters that feed off of hate. I honestly think it was so, what is the word? You know when you've got a lot of words swimming around, but just the right one doesn't come to the front? I just like the idea of how likening the Klan members to literal monsters highlights how unhuman-like it is, and that behavior is, and that mindset and way of thinking is. I think the fact that the book is so short definitely didn't allow the amount of space required to fully develop the world building and like fully flesh out the whole sci-fi aspect of it to its fullest capacity. But I think it was still executed pretty well overall. I think this would be a great book to add to your TBR. That's pretty much all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch up with you soon.